All right, 5-9 gamers, welcome back to episode 35 of the 5-9 Gaming Dragon Ball Legends podcast. We can wait even longer, right? Today, I am joined by Nasdarachi.
Hello.
I am joined by ZVG.
Yo, what's up? What's up, guys? What's up?
We got our grindy boy Swift in the house.
Yo, what's up?
And our Canadian friend Sherwood is back. What's up, dude?
Yo, 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 what's up, boys?
Sherwood the GOAT.
Oh, you're the GOAT.
Bah. Exactly. And before we get started, as always, make sure to check the description for all our creators' links, as well as following 5-9 Gaming on all our different social media outlets, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, Facebook, what have you. And yeah, Twitch Prime is not a crime, and make sure to leave a like on this channel and subscribe if you're new for more content. Today's topics, we're going to obviously talk about Zenkai Gohan. We're going to talk about his event a little bit. We're going to have that Legends Limited Z-Power banner coming back on Wednesday. Thanks to Renzi for data mining that. And there's a video and stuff incoming, which we will definitely talk about and which we will also live react to. And we'll go to see who won last week's Play of the Week and give you the newest submissions. And yeah, other than that, it's been a little dry, don't you think? ZVG, how do you feel about that Zenkai Gohan as a unit, and where does he fit in?
All right, so looking at Zenkai Gohan's skill right here, it looks like he's the tank, right, of future. I feel like if your Goku Black isn't like at a high star, like a red star count, I feel like this guy would be a pretty good option for the future team. I mean, he has a restore health. You know, he has a lot of damage effective passives. I mean, he has uses damage receive passive as well. He has a cover change too, which is pretty nice. He has card draw speed. He has resource key on switch in. So overall, this kit's looking pretty good. I mean, Future isn't a team that really has a tank per se. It's really all, you know, high blast based fighters on that team, right? And he fits directly into that because his blast stat is way higher than his strike attack set, and he has damage passives. He has tanking. He has a team heal. So if your Goku Black isn't on like a red stars, I feel like this guy would be a great option for the Future team if you do have him at 14 stars, right? His stats are insane. 2.6 million health, 236,000 strike attack, 172,000 strike defense, 262,000 blast attack, and 173,000 blast defense. I feel like he's the best EX Zenkai so far, and I feel like he'll do really good if you have him at 14 stars. Now on hybrids, it's a little bit different because you could run the green chunks on hybrids, but I feel like this guy would be better because green chunks is just he just cannot take any hit, bro. Even the blue units in today's meta can kill him, bro. Like, he's that squishy, right? So I feel like this guy would be a great, you know, defensive option for the hybrid team. Now obviously you have to run him with a chunks because he does get 40% damage, I believe. Yeah, 40% damage when you use him with a chunk, and that's a huge amount of damage that you're gonna be missing out on if you don't run him with a chunk. So Future and hybrids, he can be a good second option on that team, or even a first option if you don't have Goku Black or green chunks. I don't know how, but if you don't have him, you can always grab this guy up and, you know, use him as a viable green option for that team. But yeah, I like him so far. He also buffs Future as well, so even if you put him on the team and are gonna bring him into battle, he's still giving them base strike and blast defense. So yeah, I like him a lot, actually. I like him a lot. And from what I've seen from showcases as well, he's pretty good.
He's very good for sure. I really like that last ability that he has, where basically every time he enters the battlefield, you're just gaining 30 ki right off the bat. Like that actually really helps him out. His Z ability is kind of, it's double defense, right? It's not horrible, but it's not, you know, anything amazing. Obviously it's for Future only, so like you said, on the hybrid team it's kind of lacking. But yeah, I don't know, I think he's good. I've ran into him in PvP a few times, and he's definitely, you know, done some work on my God Key team, which is actually pretty a tanky team. So I was surprised to see him doing like some massive damage against my units. He's definitely really good.
So what Zenkai level do you guys have him at?
0.
7.
I'm on comeback right now, so yeah.
I have him at Z4 right now. I'm kind of doing the slow grind. I just want to have energy ready for these, like, number one, these Gokus, but just like the anniversary itself. I feel like we're gonna, you know, want to have some energy.
Definitely 100%. Yeah, I got mine currently at Zenkai 7, just because, like, I'm a Future Gohan fanboy. Like, as soon as the LF came out back in the day, man, like, I summoned so hard on that, got him all the way up to 6 star. I just had to give him the Zenkai 7 instantly.
And
What
how do you
team
like
are
him
you
so
running
far?
him on, Sherwood? Oh, my bad.
I tried to run him on Future, so I just replaced the Goku Black, the green one, just to try him out, you know, not as a permanent switch or anything, but just to, like, mess around with him a little bit on PvP. I'm not too high on the ranks, I'm only top 10k, so I wasn't fighting the most, like, pro players or anything, but he was putting in some work, he was putting in some good blast damage, I noticed. His tanking capabilities with the sustained damage cut, that was like really impressive. Just like how well he was tanking against some units. Like I was tanking hits from like Red Team Gohan, for example. I was tanking hits from that, and I was just really impressed with him. You know, like for an EX Zenkai, you gotta have that into consideration, right? Like he's not like a pay to win Zenkai, right? Like he's an EX Zenkai, so you gotta have like the low expectations in a way.
I'd say for a free to play unit though, he is very good. Like I think he's definitely worth the grind, 150%.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 100%.
So you grind him 1.5 times. Is that Zenkai 10?
Yeah. Zenkai 10.5.
Exactly.
No, that's next anniversary. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, when we get the blue stars.
I hope not. I hope not.
21 stars, yellow stars. No, we have. I'm dumb. Ignore me. I'm tired.
It's gonna be blue, then purple, green. I don't know, man. And then it's gonna be rainbow at one point. But rainbow has to be the end. No, after rainbow, we think it's the end, but then we go platinum and gold and easy. Yeah. So you say you mostly run him on Future. I mean, that makes sense with the Z ability, right? I remember there was some controversy on whether you would run him over the green trunks. ZVG, you said that you still might want to run the trunks for the damage, but then again, he dies quickly.
No, I don't Gohan, honestly, because hybrids doesn't need damage. You have Zenkai 7 Gohan on your team, bro. Like, what more damage you need? And if you're gonna run him on hybrids, you're obviously gonna bring him with the blue chunks, right? So yeah. I feel like in that sense, the damage is already there. Green chunks, what green chunks provides is that lock-in against blues, but even then, the Zenkai 7 blues in this game are way too tanky that green chunks won't be able to like kill them in a combo. But if they get a hold of green chunks, you can best believe that he's gonna take a lot of damage. He's just that squishy, honestly. So just for tanking purposes, I put him on hybrids. But as we all know, you know, Z abilities do matter a lot, and he's not gonna really buff anybody. Well, he's gonna buff LF Future Gohan and Zenkai 7 blue chunks, right? But then Gohan won't get any buffs. And if you're running these Zenkai 7 purple Gohan, you won't get any buffs either. But I feel like just for the tankiness, he's a good option for hybrids. And
there is one nasty team you can put him on. It's oh my bad, I didn't mean to interrupt you. It's just there's one nasty team I know you can put him on. It's this red green team. I actually saw Tom running this team, and it's with the LF Red Gohan, yeah, the Zenkai 7 Trunks, and then this EX Gohan, and it is a nasty team. I'm not gonna lie, Tom actually beat me with that team, and I was just like left starstruck for a sec. I was like, what?
Tom beats everybody with heroes. That's not fair.
But yeah, that is a nasty team that you can run. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, what I like about him is also that he actually has a team heal, right? It's not just heals himself by 20%, he heals everyone. And now imagine if you do run him with the blue trunks and the Zenkai 7 like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, like Gohan heals himself, and Trunks I think has the green card that heals him or a switch out or something. So he does heal as well, but then they still get the extra heal 20% from that Gohan, you know? So you can annoy the shit out of your opponent if you want to.
Oh yeah. For sure. It's a nasty team.
Plus he's tanky as hell, so. But the one thing I find interesting is that for a long time I haven't seen any cover change units that actually get penalized with standby counts that came out recently. So he gets two standby counters penalty when he switches in and changes cover.
Doesn't Trunks
yeah?
I was just gonna say, sorry for interrupting you. I was just gonna say, doesn't blue Trunks do sub count?
Mm-hmm. Like 10 times, I think, right?
Alright, yeah, so it's not really okay, yeah, so that's kind of like, okay, yeah.
That helps for sure, yeah. Yeah, and then he has card draw speed, which is nice. But only after enemy attack is over. So probably what you could do is you could swap him into a combo, and then he gets 30 ki, and once that combo is over, he actually also gets card draw speed. And then you just quote unquote just have to get the combo, and you can keep it going for a bit.
Doesn't that activate if you get like tap attacked as well?
Yes.
Like if somebody just hits you with one tap?
Any attack.
Yeah, it does.
So get hit by those tap shots.
Yeah, his kid looks really good for EX unit. Yeah, he's definitely set the new bar for EX Zenkai. So hopefully after this they don't backtrack and make them garbage like Zenkai
Yeah.
Vegeta. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully he sets a new bar for EX Zenkai because we really do need some more like good free to play units in the game, man. So
Hey
I
man,
agree.
Goku's
I'm
are
all
coming
for
up.
this. I'm all for this.
I'm still saying
I mean,
Zenkai
the
King of Force.
Gokus are okay. the Gokus are okay, but like this
They're
Gohan
not-
looks better than all of them to me, honestly.
Yeah, they're not like meta
Hey, they're not
defining.
out yet. You never know, man.
Well, the kids out there already.
Yeah, never know though. Never know.
I mean, this is just because he's a Zenkai as well, right? I mean, Zenkais have four uniques and also more stats, so it's like
Yeah.
it's a given that naturally they be better than the other units in the game. But yeah,
Especially
So I guess
free
the
one.
conclusion would be, so this dude's just tankier than that green Trunks on hybrids at the end of the day. I mean, you get this
he's-
40%, you get this 40% cover change, and then you get, like Palm said, you just swap him in, take some damage, and then boom, you have card draw speed right after that, which is pretty good.
And you know what I just saw? You just use a green card to heal back 10% HP and get 35 key as well. That green card is insane. That's really good.
Oh yeah,
I honestly
restores
didn't
health
see
by
that
10%.
time
That is
stop,
very
too.
good.
Yeah, it's a time stop, and it's like you can heal however long you want as long as you have green cards.
Right.
yeah.
It's not-
Speaking on what Swift said about him being tanking the green trunks, I feel like he's the tankiest green unit in all of his teams, honestly, on Future, and he's the tankiest unit on Future. Let's be real, like no one's
Even
gonna
tankier than
tank.
yellow Trunks.
Yes.
Dude,
Yeah,
Yellow
yeah,
Trunks
I guess
is
he's
absolute
outdated.
trash,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Yellow
you're right,
Trunks-
you're right,
Yeah,
you're
he's tankier. He's tankier than Trunks.
Trunks
But yeah,
is
he's the
also
tankiest
old.
unit on Future. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
he's
he
tankiest
just
unit
got
on
power
Future.
crept, poor guy.
And like
poor
very
guy,
tanky on
man.
hybrid, so
Yeah.
Nobody even like visited him at the hospital either, man. Poor guy.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that happens.
I mean,
but,
Trunks will have his first birthday very soon, which means he's actually like 90 years in Legends years. old.
Zenkai coming in. Zenkai
Bro, if
coming.
he
Oh my
actually
god.
got a Zenkai, he would be a crazy Zenkai.
Jesus.
Like, I think it's obviously too soon, but like eventually he would be a crazy Zenkai.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At one point.
Yeah,
Ways
hopefully
out of his
way in the
coma.
future.
Exactly. Yeah, so Sherwood, have you finished? You said you finished the event because you're a fanboy, right?
Yeah, I finished the event. So the event is like, it's your traditional Zenkai event. You beat normal, you beat hard, you go to the mission tab, you beat all the missions. The one thing I will say though on the topic of the missions that I actually wish like they would change in a future update, but this is just my opinion, is that the last 200 crystals that you get is not gated behind Zenkai 7. I wish that getting the Zenkai 7, like the Zenkai like 1, 2, 3, like all those 7 missions or whatnot, was just for the title and not the 200 crystals. I wish you could get the 1000 crystals by just doing 30 instead of 35 missions or whatnot. But that's just my opinion. How do you guys feel about that?
I'm too much of a whale. I don't care. No, but seriously, if it's like 200 chronos, I mean, those are nice, but
It's just
You're
like
gonna
if
get
you
them
don't have the
eventually.
energy. If you don't have the energy, you just can't get it like for a long time, I guess.
yeah. But
The
I mean,
missions
also,
that annoy me are the ones that you have to just KO a character 100 times.
Yeah.
Like you can't skip tickets, so you have to sit there and just like play the same
Play.
event like 30 times in a row.
dude,
It's
they're
crazy.
forcing you to play the game atrocious, right?
Man.
I know, it's just tedious. It's easy, but it's
Yeah,
just
I know.
tedious,
Yeah, you just find a stage that has 3 characters and then you just play that like 35,
Yeah.
34 times.
Yeah.
Well, you
Exactly.
actually
That's
you don't
really
have to play it
tedious.
34 times because you already finished a bunch of things, but yeah. I think I
Yeah.
still have to do like 55 or something.
Yeah, I'm like halfway through, so like one of these nights. I think the good thing about this event is I don't see a time
End date?
stop on it. Like it looks
Mhm.
looks like, or an end date. Yeah, looks like it goes on forever, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's really good. I have to give the devs that for sure. And like the 1000 crystals, like I can't like say that's a bad thing, right? Like free crystals. I mean, like yeah, that's a-okay in my book. And just the event, I mean, there's a couple stages that give equipment that you can grind, if you need equipment, there's a couple of those you can do. I know there's a couple stages specifically that I have to grind for equipment on. Don't know the name from the top of my head, but I'm currently doing that now. And yeah, I guess just remember to do your 100 one skip ticket Z power on the on the Gohan.
Yeah, if you want to, you can just straight up slow grind it. Like,
Yeah,
but
I'm doing that
obviously, if
too.
you want to use them, you got to grind them faster, obviously. But yeah,
Mhm.
you can just
Yeah.
slow grind it.
And we also got the Awaken equip for this silver one. I'll do my best, which now has
Right,
like
that was it. That was
the
it.
one, the Awakening. So you get like double defense 15%, strike or blast attack up to 22%, and then special move damage 12%, health restoration 12%. So if you play this, I mean it's future and extreme. So you're probably can use that on this Gohan and on Princess Trunks and maybe 2 more. And yeah, so you're gonna want to use that one on Gohan. Imagine you get that 12% HP restoration and he can just use green cards, man.
Yeah,
He
that
will
is
always-
really good.
So he will basically heal 11.2%. And then on every green card, and he will also heal 22.4% on his main ability for himself, which is pretty good.
That's
This
insane.
equipment is like, you can tell it's like self-tailored for him. Like the
Yeah.
first slot, double defense, so he's already a tanky unit. Second slot, up to 22% attack, or either strike or blast attack.
Yeah,
And then, like you said, the special move damage and health restoration. That is crazy.
it's a really good one. I'm just too
Yeah.
lazy right now, but I think I probably will grind like a few. I mean, what I'm really happy about is that they didn't put that one in the Z Ultra Space Time Rush shop. Because the medals there are already so rare because you have to get the Zenkai souls from there. So it's like,
Yeah, I would much rather be able to grind it with energy, in my opinion.
Yep, same here.
But yeah, other than that, I don't know. I think it's a decent event. I think so what do you get about if you spend 100 energy? What's like the total? Do you know like the total
You get,
cost
like-
amount for Zenkai 7?
So you get around 500-ish.
70, 500.
Yeah, 500. I think I got like 540. Let's say 500 for simplicity. That means 1,400 energy minus 100 Zenkai Awakening power that you get because you clear the daily stage if you do everything on the first day. So maybe
Right.
1,300 and a little bit of energy. So it's quite
Probably
important.
not a bad grind for what you get. Honestly, I think he is a very good unit.
Yeah. Depends on, if you have that lying around and then some extra for the Gokus, for example, right? Because you also said you want to go into Anniversary with some energy. And I think the Gokus, we're going to start. Actually, at the time that this podcast aired, we should have gotten the first one. Right? So Monday, I think they start giving out the Gokus and then one per day. All the way up
Man,
to
I
like,
gotta-
video and stuff.
I gotta wait for the God Key ones, which are gonna be the last ones. I'm probably
Yeah.
not gonna grind the other ones.
Saving the best for last for you, man.
Yep.
Except it's not red. Sad.
The Super
Oh.
Saiyan one, Super Saiyan Goku looks cool just because I'm gonna try him with Bardock and just see what that's like. But I know the Z ability is kind of a turn off with these Gokus.
Bardock
the
stay
sagas.
carrying Super Saiyans. Bardock stay carrying Super Saiyans, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, no,
They
that's
knew what they were-
facts.
dude,
So
they knew
it
what
could
they were
definitely be
doing.
viable.
It's so crazy though, like how careful they have to be when they add a Super Saiyan to the game now, because like they
Yeah.
always have to keep Bardock in mind now.
Yep.
Bro, yeah, I think Goresh brought that up one time. It's like they know they made a mistake because it's like they just have to basically neuter the kits of like any Super Saiyans they want to make.
Yeah.
That's so true though.
Is what it is now. I mean, there's now they can't nerf him. I mean, they also gave him a Zenkai, so kind of ship has
Yeah.
sailed, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one more thing that we get before Anniversary is the Legends Limited Z Power banner that is coming back. Swift, are you gonna go for it? And which unit are you going to give it to?
And why
Yeah,
is it yes?
Absolutely. This is one of those banners that when these banners come out, you almost have to go for it, and they know that. So it's kind of, people call it a bait banner, but in my opinion, the value that you're getting is just amazing. It's like, so you're basically getting a full LF Z power, 600 Z power, and then on top of that, you're getting 1,000, I think it's 1,000 regular Z power that that have no restrictions. You can just put it on any unit that you want. So it's a very good banner. I think it's 3,000 CC. I'm definitely going to go for it. I've actually decided to get my Gogeta Blue to 6 stars, so I think that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, no, I'm super excited for this banner. I believe it's supposed to drop, here in a couple days? Or in a day?
Yeah,
Which one?
but
Go ahead.
I was just say the best advice for these banners for everyone in the audience, assuming it's not out by the time this goes live and you can still hear this, is to wait until the final day to summon on this banner.
That's right.
Because the Z power itself is heavily time gated and you can't hold all of them, specifically the regular sparking Z power. Like if you don't have an LL multi Z power, you can hold that one for as long as you want. But if you already have one and you're maxed out, I think they only give you like six to 8 days. Yeah.
In the gift box.
In the gift
Yeah,
box.
6.
So, assuming you want to potentially use this on some new units, just wait until the last hour of the last day to summon on this banner, right? As long as you don't forget, you know.
Yeah, I mean, this time I think they were a little bit more forgiving with the timing, because if that banner drops on Wednesday, I don't think it'll go away on Saturday, because on Saturday we get the reveals and stuff, at least my time, 6 a.m. So I think it'll be still Friday for a lot of you. And the anniversary, I think, starts on the 30th, probably. So on the day after, on Sunday. And that banner should still be live. So as soon as you know, yo, okay, this is the LL unit and I'm going for it. You know, you do your regular summons. You keep those, I don't know, 2,000-3,000 chrono crystals kind of in your back pocket, so that you can then say, okay, I only got one copy off, let's say, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but I can 3-star him by just going in on this banner. Or you can just hold on to it.
Right.
You know.
So basically, you guys are saying you should be able, if you want to save both of them, you know, wait till the very last minute or very last hour, and then you can possibly have 2 LFZ powers lined up for the anniversary banners, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Okay.
basically, wait until you're done with your anniversary summons, like until you're done, right?
Right.
And then let's say you have a 4-star LL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I'm just gonna throw that one out there. Speculation is there, right? And then you have 1 LFZ power. You just throw the one from your box at him, and you can still summon on that banner, and you can save this one for the next LF unit that you want to star up, or maybe you have another one that you want to give it to.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I remember, wasn't that something similar last anniversary too? Basically, that same thing happened.
I'm not sure about the timing, but yeah, I think they gave us this banner.
Yeah.
All I
Who you
know
gonna-
is
Like I
that-
said, they know it's bait. I mean, it's people say it's bait. They know people are going to spend on it. So,
Yep.
but like I said, at the end of the day, it's very good value. But
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
I can see why they time it like this.
This one isn't even really so much bait because no one in your right mind, you don't go into this banner summoning thinking you're
For
going to
the
get a
units.
specific unit. Like what you
Right.
get on the summons.
You're doing it for the Z power.
Yeah, what you get on the summons is completely unpredictable. And every time I've done this banner, my summons have been pretty garbo. But the 1,000 Z power and then 600 LLZ power is like 100% why you're doing this.
You know what's funny? What just occurred to me when we talked about this is that I think that this is probably the only banner where you're guaranteed to go out happy, because you exactly know I'm going in it for the Z power and not for the units, and you're getting exactly that. So you're like,
Yeah.
I guess
"All right,
Zenkais are kind of like that, but
here's my 3,000
Zenkai
chronos.
is-
Okay, but Zenkai's, yeah, sure. Okay, you're right. That makes sense. But Zenkai's can shaft you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm still not happy going into Zenkai's. I'm like, oh, god dang it, they Zenkai'd another character that I'm gonna have to spend some money on. Like, but the banner is cheaper. If all Zenkai's were 3,000 CC to max out, I probably would be happy every time a new Zenkai came out that I cared about.
yo, doing
Yeah.
a multi 70, 70, 70, 70.
Yeah. It was like
Nice.
7,000 is still a lot better than the original like 21,000 that it used to
Yeah.
be, but it's still like right outside the edge of something that like you can always be prepared for. Like if it was only 3,000, you could just have that on deck like at all times, and that's not even an issue. But yeah,
Right.
Not
Not that much of a stretch.
They're
I think the most cost. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
all I was gonna say is their market scientists have done their homework, figuring out like where to ride the fence perfectly, where it's not too much, but it's not too little. Go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it's
I was
probably
just gonna say the
Go ahead.
most cost-effective one was probably the GT, right? When you were trying to build up GT, you had the Zenkai, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super 17. You had to Zenkai all these units. That's how much is that?
That's
21,000.
21,000, and that's railroaded up against other banners that were coming out with respectable units on them. Like if you wanted to summon
VLF.
for Rose or Super Saiyan 4 Goku LL.
Best LF in the game.
Yeah. they intend, and this is just another thing which, I'm not going to get into my negativity surrounding gacha games, but everything is designed to where, even as a free-to-play player, like, they give you just enough crystals, like CC or crystals or stones, whatever game you're playing, to, like, wet your whistle and to get you kind of into the system. But they don't give you enough to actually compete. Like, to actually compete and to get everything you want, you have to break out the wallet. And they just tease enough of them in front of your face to where, it kind of maybe convinces you to break out your wallet. Legends is actually fairly generous with the overall CC count compared to a lot of other gacha games. That, like, assuming you do everything in the game, you can get, some months like, 13 to 18,000 chrono crystals for free just from the game. And, that's great, but there's also a lot more than that. Like, there's a lot more sources to spend it on than 18,000 per month if you want to keep up with everything. So,
yeah, especially with all these Zenkais, like, there's like certain teams you have to have the Zenkai or else it just isn't viable. At least in the higher rank PvP, you can get away with a lot of stuff, like, in the lower ranks, obviously, but as you start moving up, you need a good team.
Yeah, and not only that, but, deciding whether to summon on Zenkais or new units, like, if you want to do both, there's no way you're doing it and not breaking out the wallet. It's just not possible.
I mean, that's the thing, when you say 3,000 crystals is always kind of easy to keep on deck. And then you're just so close to that Zenkai 6, at least, to get that second ability. So yeah, sure, 2,000 chrono crystal pack, no problem, I'll get that. And that's your gateway drug. That's how they get you.
Everything in this game is designed to get you into it and to put it in front of your face, but then to demand just a little bit more out of you financially once you're, into the mix, So they do that
4
with
to 6 star LFs.
Even their banners, like, throughout the entire history of the game, the summon banners have always been like, oh, you get the free summon on the final step. But then you're at 4 out of 5 tickets for the free multi, so you keep going. Like, do the next one.
I hate when they do that.
Dude, do you remember the good old times when you were able to buy one of the characters?
Yeah, I loved that.
That was Super Saiyan 2 Goku?
That was, back in the day where I was more invested in this game because that more mirrored, traditional fighting games or games where, like, oh, I see this piece of content, let me put money, and I just get it. Like, it's not all random
like
chance.
a DLC? Yeah.
Yeah, like
IT Goku. I remember I got him from the shop, for example, back then.
I bought the Super Saiyan 2 Goku.
I wish that
the yellow one, yeah.
Oof.
Now going in this far into the game, since we're at 3 years, if any of the developers are listening, I would love to put forth an idea that kind of mirrors that, where you go into the shop and say, like, oh, year 3, there's special sales. Just buy this thing, like, and it's just a pre-built team. Like, you just get all the units at, 4 stars, and you get, like, 3 of them. They come in little sets, and you can just buy it, and it's like, Z-Power for these 3 characters. Here, build you a team. That would help new players with money kind of catch up, like, and be somewhat relevant much faster. I mean, of course, with the gacha
that would really help new players for sure. Like, as soon as you download the game, you open it, you get this special token, and then you go to the token shop, and like you said, you get to pick like maybe one team out of like all these lineups. That's actually an interesting idea.
Yeah, and for those people who think, oh, a gacha game will never do that, well, look at something like Hearthstone. It's a gacha game. You buy packs of cards, and you RNG roll your cards. But they're also, for like $20 a piece, just selling pre-built decks that are really top meta, viable to get to the top ranks decks. Legends could do something similar where it's still gacha, but, oh, here's a special bundle. If you want to run the future team, buy this bundle pack and you just get these characters. Like,
speaking of the future team, that is honestly, in my opinion, probably one of the most like accessible teams. Like, I guess if you go to call it a free-to-play team, that you might be, stretching out on a limb with that. But I think it's definitely the most accessible for free-to-play players, just because those units have been on so many banners. Like, the green Goku Black, the red Cell. You know what I mean? Like they're just on every banner.
Yeah, and it doesn't work against the game's inherent design to make you want to summon, because if you buy a set of characters and you get them, oh, here, take all these 3 characters, like 4 or 5 stars, here you go. You're then still enticed, well, now I want to summon more to power them up, you know? So it's not like a self-deprecating loop that harms the game. So they could totally do that. Like, just start selling pre-made teams, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that'd be cool.
For people that want the characters but maybe want to skip the heavy gambling. I don't know.
I'm on board with that idea.
Yeah, I would love it.
I think Wales would also like it.
Yeah,
Just not even the new ones. Depending on how old the team you can buy is, and it probably
yeah, they'd have to balance that with like not having brand spanking new characters available, maybe, but still viable ones. I don't know.
Fair enough. Yeah, and since we already touched on it a little bit, we're going to get new Gokus starting earlier than you were watching this video. Swift TVG, I believe you guys already made kind of a breakdown video for this channel, so make sure to check that one out. How do you feel about those new Gokus? And then we can go on a discussion.
ZVG, you want to go ahead?
All right, so the Gokus. All right, so I like the purple God Key one, and that's it, bro. Like the others, I feel like these Gokus won't see too much play in the game just because their kits are just so bare bones, you know. And I feel like it's either gonna be the purple Super Saiyan Blue Goku or the Super Saiyan 1 Goku, you know, that are gonna get the most use because, you know, Bardock and, you know, God Key, he's a 14-star purple unit for God Key, so you could replace a lot of UI Gokus, right, on that team. So I feel like those 2 units are gonna be, you know, the main staples from the Gokus. But the rest, I feel like they're not gonna get used. I mean, their abilities are just atrocious, to be honest. Like, let's be real here. Like, buffing a specific Saga is just bad. Like, that's real bad.
And then the other thing
the
is
abilities
color.
are definitely the turnoff.
Is the what I see as a problem with the Z ability is that all of those Gokus are coming out, and you can't even play them together. Like, you know,
that's what I was disappointed about. Like when at first I literally thought that they were like giving you a free team, and then I was like, oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, they like ZVG said, their kits are very light on words because there's not much to them. A few of them will probably be usable, but like you said, the Z abilities being Saga based is detrimental for now, but I have a sneaking suspicion that they're gonna try and boost that type of team building in the future of this game, right?
I agree, Nas.
That's definitely possible.
Like, I feel like just the powerful opponent tag just came out of nowhere. I have a feeling we're gonna see similar behavior leaning towards Saga-based teams soon-ish. You said you agreed? You have any other suspicions that back
No,
that
I was
up?
just gonna say, like, I actually completely agree with that, because, like, I want to definitely see some more sagas, like, getting, like, brought out here. I've been saying that for a long time. Just, like, we already have, like, a couple units in the game that buff sagas, I guess, like, a little bit. Like, we have, like, the Fiku, we have, like, the LF Piccolo, we got the Raditz. I can definitely see them expanding on that, but one thing I was going to say that is kind of on the same topic is, imagine this though, like, if you could, like, run all 6 of those Gokus on the same team, replace one of them with the Kakarot Goku, you got an HP buffer for Gokus.
Yeah, and I'd replace the red
that would have been cool.
Replace the red base form one with the Ultra Goku, because they're all Saiyan, so he'll get his little buff too. Or wait,
Right.
The red one is base form, right? I forget their colors now.
Yeah.
I'd like replace him with the Ultra Goku and maybe sneak the Kakarot Goku on there instead of Super Saiyan 3 or something, because he's the Super Saiyan 3 one just reminds me of the red Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Like, he's all,
it's literally the same kit.
Yeah, he's all front loaded with buffs for like the first 30 to 60 seconds, and then he's got nothing.
They did him dirty.
Literally the only one that I'm excited for is the purple God Key one. I mean, the green one is like okay, but you're competing with Vados basically, so it's like, you know, it's not really gonna work out. But the purple one, like, even like ZVG said, if you have a low star UI Goku, that purple one at 14 stars could definitely be viable.
Yeah, I'm just.
I love how they brought out 2 God Key units, and none of them were red. Thank goodness.
Yeah, bro. I was so disappointed.
I can
feel
gladly
like
drink Swift Steers.
Dude, I feel like they have to be saving it for anniversary. Like, I just have a feeling something on
Yeah, but-
anniversary is gonna be Red God Key.
But the 5th anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I hope not. if they release another God Key unit and it's like green or blue, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Dude, you got the red Super Saiyan God Goku. What do you mean?
It's gonna be yellow, so you can run mono yellow with Vegeta and Gogeta blue. But dude, I'm just looking
Yeah,
at the
dude.
artwork for the Super Saiyan 2 Goku, and to me, he looks like he's constipated. Like he's really trying really hard, but
yeah,
he's-
I said that. I
He
said
has,
that. I said that. Yeah.
he has kind of a confused look on his face, but all
And
the
also
rest of the
derpy.
arts are pretty phenomenal on all of them.
Yeah, I did think the
that guy
artwork was
just gotta
very
go,
good.
man.
I just
But he
don't know
can't.
why this late in the game, knowing that full Zenkai teams are a thing, other than them trying to just give you this for PvE content, I don't understand why they would kind of water this team down so much. Like, or team,
It
quote
just
unquote.
reminds me of like
these six
giving like
characters.
free-to-play players like a wooden sword, and it's like, here you go fight out in the wilderness, guys. You know?
Yeah, because this team is not gonna put up like assuming you were just running these 6 Gokus, which they're inherently not designed to run all together, except for 2 of them. What, the Super Saiyan 2 and 3? Besides those 2,
probably the God unit.
oh yeah, well those 2 kind of as well. Like the 2 and 3 both have the Majin Buu saga. I think.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So you could run those 2 together, but outside of those 2 little mix-ups right there, these 6 Gokus are not capable of competing with like a full Zenkai 7 team in any way. Like,
Yeah, not at all.
even
Not
at
at all.
14 stars, they'll get destroyed.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming they're just trying, I guess, not to overshadow anything that comes out on the anniversary, but obviously, they come out with a unit like this, or they Zenkai EX Gohan, right? And he's free to play. It makes the community happy. And they have to see that. Like when they basically just hand us a good unit that's actually viable in PvP, like they have to see that we like that. So, coming out with these free to play units that are mid, it's kind of like, okay, I guess that's cool, but it's not really, exciting anybody or making anybody happy. So I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's like releasing a unit that you know is kind of dead on arrival.
Yeah,
think
exactly. It's like,
The question is, what else are we getting with them? Because they're going to have their own events, right? So that means that
Yeah,
there
that's
has to
true.
be some form of content. Maybe there's some exchange shop where you can get other stuff as well, and then that makes it worth it again, And then you get some missions. It's like, okay, limit break him to 7 stars, limit break him to 14 stars, max soul boost him, blah blah blah, and you get
Probably some
like
CC
some chrono
as well.
crystals and
yeah.
maybe some, I don't know, slot removers would be cool for, I don't know, at least Prof. I know I would like them too, but there's definitely people who would like those. So,
Oh, yeah.
I swear, Prof be taking some from my game sometimes. I swear, I log on, I have like two missing. I'm like, Prof, you take them?
What?
Yeah, he'd be taking them from my game sometimes.
Sure.
I'm onto you, Prof. I'm onto you.
Sure thing.
I will say the last couple rushes that I've done, like normally I try to dedicate some to Zenkais, and like I think the last one I did almost all slot removers, and it was so nice, like having 100 for a second.
Oh,
just,
yeah, like 100 plus.
going through, and yeah,
I
it was
think
nice.
99
but-
is the limit, right?
yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, so
And then
that's
just-
what I think. Yeah.
Then just gift box it. Alrighty. I have another question just because I just finished it. How's TOP going for you? I know we talked about it a lot, but just because the season is pretty much like if you didn't miss any TP, the season just ended. How'd it go for you? I know ZVG, you don't play it.
I tap tiles, bro. Yo, ZVG, you with me, man? You tap tiles?
Bro, what?
You tap tiles on TOP?
Nah, I don't play that garbage mode either.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay,
I
you're
know.
with me though, right?
No, I'm not with you, bro.
No, I don't play it
not
either,
with
man.
you.
I'm saying like we're.
Oh, you don't? Oh, you don't?
No,
Oh,
I don't
let's go.
play- I don't
Let's
play
go.
that shit.
Nice.
with
I like that. Yeah, bro, I'm with you, bro.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I
bro,
didn't-
screw everybody else. Screw Palm as.
Yeah.
I know Naz doesn't play. I know for a fact Naz doesn't play that shit either. Right, Naz?
Yeah, screw that shit.
What? Yeah,
Yeah.
no. What do we? I do
Nice.
not play.
TOP.
Nice.
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 What are we talking about specifically though? At this
Tournament of Power.
Determine the power mode.
Oh yeah, no. I got really irritated because I was expecting
Nice.
the 3 preseasons to end and then for it to wipe the slate clean and everyone start over, assuming because it was a test. So I didn't even really do the 3rd one. and I got reset back to a lower grade. Now everyone else is up at S grade. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is the first official season. Why are we not all starting back at the same spot? The devs just bungled and screwed it up again. So
no, I'm with you on that because I'm a league lower than I want to be. So like everybody's in S league, I'm in A league, and that's exactly why. Because I thought it was a preseason, and I really like didn't take it serious for one of the seasons. And yeah, so now I'm just like behind on everything.
The worst thing about it is like the slow energy gain and trying to have to manage that and not forgetting to do it, so you miss out on energy because you don't check on the mode frequently enough. It's just like, it's really terrible. Like,
you get a notification if it's full or when it's full.
I have like all notifications on my phone turned off, otherwise it's just beeping at me constantly. But yeah, it's just, they should just let you play it at your own leisure. If you want to beat it all now, you beat it all now. If you want to string it out in little bits and pieces when you're available to do it, you should do it that way. There should be no energy or time restrictions on that mode whatsoever.
I will say this season regen completely saved me. Like I got through it. I did like most of the like hardest fights for A League at least. Towards the end I did make one mistake, and I want to point this out. So I actually used up a yellow space, and I was assuming if I swapped the units out and like, you know, basically created a fresh team, that you start off with full health, and it actually averages your entire team, and it'll still give it to your new team that you make. So I made one mistake. I basically lost the whatever, like the amount of XP for normal battle. I don't have that because I wasted one of my slots on a yellow slot. But other than that, I actually completed it today. I'm starting to like it more and more. There is like strategy involved with it, but yeah, I wanted to say regen completely saved me this season.
God bless regen.
Exactly. But yeah, I think I might actually not move up to Z League just because I forgot to bring a healer. So everybody bring at least one healer if you play this mode. Maybe even two, even if they're not in tier 1. It's better than
the more healers, the better.
Yeah, it's better than having to heal with the tile, because then you're wasting or you know, missing out on that 200% extra consecutive win bonus on the very last fight.
Yeah, exactly. Same thing with me with the yellow. With the yellow spot. Did you end up using a green spot this season? You did? Okay.
I had to, and I still ended up with only 4 characters alive in the end.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we'll get them next time.
Definitely got to be a little bit harder than A League, that's for sure.
Yep. For sure. Alrighty, so now that we quickly touched on that, the big topic that everybody's talking about right now is the reveals or video and stuff. I don't even know which one of the two of it is, but I think it's reveals and stuff. Yeah. On Friday/Saturday. And I know, Nas, you are the one with the tinfoil hat, so what are you expecting?
I mean, it's just come down to Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta versus something from Super, right? If they choose to do, like, the end of the Goku Black arc with the future Spirit Bomb Sword Hope Trunks, or, you know, if they go more TOP related, that's possible as well, I suppose. But I don't think they're going to show their hand with, like, a MUI Goku yet. So I guess it would be, like, maybe some love for Vegeta, maybe? Like Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta and God of Destruction Toppo or something like that, maybe. I don't know 100%. It just really seems like in this time leading up to the anniversary that they've been really fleshing out GT and Super on the side. So I would assume that they're not going to go all out and change the format when compared to like last anniversary or so, which was also like Super vs GT. So I think it'll be similar. Whether or not there'll be one Legends Limited across both banners or two, I mean, I would assume there'll be 2 Legends Limited units. Probably not a new Ultra unit, but maybe if the only way there's gonna be a new Ultra unit is if they had been working on more than one when they revealed the Goku, right?
Or maybe it's like part 2 or the end.
Yeah, like they said it takes them like 6 months to design one of those, so it's been not long enough. Even though the Goku is now, you know, for dedicated players, the Goku is done, right? You could be finished with him at this point. So
yeah.
Based off that timeline, maybe they were working on more than one. We'll see a new Ultra unit for anniversary, but I'm more falling in the line of GT versus Super, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta involved, and no new Ultra unit. That's what I'm thinking. Like double step up tickets, similar to what stuff we've seen before. That's what I would say in terms of the summon side of things. In terms of the events, we know that the 6 Gokus for free is going to be a big part of like the lead-in celebration. But I don't know, if they have anything special or new or outside the box planned for the anniversary specifically.
I don't know. We get a raid boss.
Yeah, raid boss. Some standard stuff too. Hopefully there'll be something else new. Like, I'm not gonna say there's gonna be something too major that's new because they've probably been working on the TOP mode quite a bit, which is taken away from them, putting too much time or effort into anything else. Also huge and new, but it'd be nice if they had a couple new odds and ends along with summon banners and
Guild v Guild.
really, really good sales. Like really good. That'd be great.
I think
I will
usually
say
they're-
with them releasing 17 and 18, it makes me speculate that, well, kind of like Nas said, we know for sure it's GT, but with them releasing 17 and 18 with this, what is it, Universe Survival Saga Z ability, it makes me think that they're going to continue to buff that Z ability and, possibly do some Tournament of Power stuff, but
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
why I don't know if it's going to be TOP or the end of Goku
Future.
Black, because we basically have
The
all the setup for both arcs is there, right?
Yeah.
So they could
the
pick
Goku
either.
event confused me, man. Like, at first I was like, I guaranteed knew it was TOP, and then they released this Goku, like this daily Goku build-up event, and it just confused me. I'm like, I don't know what to expect now.
Yeah, because like you said, they released the 17 and 18 from the TOP, but then they also released like Legends Limited Rosé. So if they do Sword
true.
of Hope Trunks from the future and like emerge Zamasu, then that'll benefit the Rosé, or they could do a build around the TOP, the Universe Survival arc, which we know is like pretty much a fully fleshed out team at this point. Like, and it's like one of the better teams in the game that has like no Zenkai units whatsoever, like for the most part.
It's actually my
Yeah.
main team.
Yeah, like
No way.
That's one of the, like, when people are not running any Zenkai units whatsoever, I would usually tell them that, like, Universe Survival Arc, like Jiren and Topo and
I beat Palm with
Burmo and the 1718. That's a team that people should look towards if you have no Zenkai viability whatsoever.
Nobody heard that, Sherwood.
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
next
absolutely. That team is still amazing. Topo is still ridiculously good. Vados, obviously amazing support. Jiren for damage, cover change, pretty tanky. I mean, yeah, that whole
Blast
team is
armor
really
on, like
good.
everything.
And especially the new 17 and 18, they are not bad. Like I honestly think that they are very good. I don't think they're top tier, but I think that they have like very good potential.
Yeah, so the anniversary realistically could be. I mean, that's. I don't think they're just gonna come out of the blue with like some regular Dragon Ball Classic content. So it's got to be GT versus Super, right? I mean, I don't know if anyone else has any
Yeah.
other ideas, but
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Going to be
Maybe
GT versus Garlic Jr.
Yes.
yeah. See, I was really hoping Legends would get Garlic Jr. first, but since it's already been announced for Doken, I don't. I've lost hope. I've lost hope.
Nope, he's coming first. Data mines just haven't come out yet.
Yeah, just gotta believe.
He could be like powerful opponents saving grace, just like the one unit that comes in and saves the team.
Absolutely. It's definitely gonna happen.
Picks up Broly
That's the
from
only
bench.
that's the only team I could see him being on, right? Powerful opponent. What else would he be on? I don't know.
I
probably
didn't
just
watch the
powerful
movie,
opponent.
man.
I guess, is he technically regen?
I was gonna say that, but would he
be
be
like
regen?
movies, region, powerful opponent.
Oh yeah, movies for sure. Movies for sure.
Oh yeah, duh. We're dumb.
Doy.
Because
Yeah,
he is like he does regen. He fits that tag because Gohan like headbutts a hole through him and he just like regenerates and closes the hole. So
Right.
Well, he's broken.
regen, and he would have to be like. There's just no way around it. He'd have to be an endurance unit. Like that would be.
Yo, strike cover change.
Yeah, strike cover change, but like he's literally immortal. So if they didn't make him an endurance unit, they're not.
He gets
Endurance
3.
or revival.
He gets both. Twice.
Yes.
Bro, how would that work? How would that work, bro?
Well, first-
think he would
first
be
he would
like
get
a regular-
endurance.
I think he'd be a regular endurance unit. with like
First he gets
ultimate
the
arts.
endurance, comes back with 100% though, and then he gets the revival,
100%.
and then he gets the revival, and he comes back with 200%.
Yeah,
But he comes
but
back
they're
with
not
2 health
gonna-
bars.
He gets a purple bar on PvP.
Yes,
They're not gonna do that though. I mean,
of course
really.
not. What?
It's Garlic Jr., bro.
In an actual playable sense, I think they would just give him like regular endurance, and he'd have a main ability, ultimate arts with the dead zone and the animation. Like, I'd be satisfied if that's what it was. Maybe if they really wanted to go all out, they could make him a transforming unit too, like Purple Broly, where he transforms and then he has an ult in like his first little Dende-sized form, like Kid Gohan, and then he can transform into the Hulk. I think that'd be really
I
cool.
love this
like,
Garlic Jr. conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know
what
who
are you
brought it
expecting?
Here. It wasn't me, but
Sorry.
No, it's all good. I love Garlic Jr. though. I think that'd be a great unit. And they're sleeping, they're slacking. I mean, apparently there's still room for redemption though, because from what I hear, his Kit and Dokkan's not super overwhelming looking at a glance, from what people know so far. Or that at least he might not even be a Dokkan Fest unit because the magazine didn't specify. So hopefully Legends can still get a better, good, reputationally version of him at some
LF
point.
Garlic Jr.
Yeah.
LF Garlic Jr.
Legends, the ball's back in your court, Legends. You have time for redemption now.
So yes, Swift, Sherbert, CVG, what are you expecting in terms of the anniversary for units, maybe side units and content?
ZVG, you want to start?
GT versus Super. Obviously Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Hopefully you get to see either Oob or like Ice and Nova Shinron. I have no idea what we're gonna get, but yeah, on the Super side, what do I think? I think the gold. Do we have a golden freezer that was in the Tournament of Power or no?
Not yet.
Not yet. They don't have
Alright,
the
so
golden freezer with the Halo.
All right, so probably like a golden freezer. Who else could come from Super side?
Evolution Blue Vegeta.
That would be
Merge
cool.
the-
I mean,
merge the
LOE needs
Masu.
help.
Could be if they play it for future. Could be like Merge the Masu, Sword of Hope Trunks, Zeno.
Probably Zeno.
Zeno.
When the game was brand new, like within the first few months of it being out, Renzi had data mined that image of the Zeno button item, and we still haven't seen that in the game to this day.
Blows up your opponent.
Yeah, I would expect it to be more of like a training item that just like instantly maxes out your character. Like, I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
multiple characters, because you know how you can bring a training buddy or something. I don't know how that would work exactly, but I just remember seeing it. It's been data mined and it hasn't been assigned to anything or used yet in the game. So.
Oh well.
I
we'll
will
see.
say, so my opinion on the upcoming banners, you know, what we're gonna get, you know, what they might possibly reveal in this video and stuff. I definitely agree. We all think GT. Who knows? They might just, you know, completely surprise us with something. But I think it's definitely going to be GT. And then at that point, I'm just hoping for any Red God Key unit. I'm basically just like shooting in the dark. If I hit something, I'm happy. Like any Red God Key unit, like anything. Like I'm not going to be picky. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta would be cool. I think Fusion Warriors could need it. I mean, they're still good, but they're definitely not top tier like they used to be. Obviously, GT needs a little bit more help. I think if you have all three Zenkais, GT isn't horrible.
It's
But at the
pretty
same
good.
time, it is a premium team in my opinion, though. So it's kind of like a blessing and a curse. It's nice that you can make an entire team out of 3 quick Zenkais, but then it's also a bad thing because they release them back to back to back. So it's like, you know, it's definitely a premium option, but if you do have that team, it is definitely a super viable team.
This, and you
But,
also always get color countered if they can, because they always see, hey, those 3 Zenkais,
Yeah.
you're not gonna bring Super Saiyan 4 LF Goku over any of those. So, you know, they bring a
Yeah.
purple, a blue, and a yellow.
That's very true. That's really all they need is now they just need a full color wheel option. Like they just need a
two
viable
more.
option for every color.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring that Super Saiyan 4 over them, yeah.
You just need a blue, and you need a... I'm blanking out. What was the other color?
You just have to have a 14-star Super LF Super
yellow.
Saiyan 4 Goku,
A
dude.
blue and a yellow. That's what you need.
Prize and
Yeah.
3, sir.
So yeah, we'll see. Switch.
But yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm very excited. What do you guys think they're gonna bring? Sherwood, what do you think?
I think same thing you guys said. GT versus Super. I think it's a different answer for me. It's like what I think they're gonna bring and what I want them to bring. But what I think they're gonna bring is, I think they're gonna bring Merge Zamasu. I think they're gonna bring. Yeah, it's either I think they're gonna bring Merge Zamasu and they're gonna bring the Trunks with like the spear bomb absorbed in the sword. And I think they're gonna bring Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta with Nova Shenron and maybe somebody else within that arc. I don't really know who else they would really
Dude,
do,
no, that's a
but-
good point. They probably are going to expand on the Dragon Tag.
They
Yeah, and like especially on the future side, because I'm seeing a lot of future stuff come out, right? So that's why I'm saying I think they're gonna do the whole like merge Zamasu, and they're gonna focus on that future arc. But what I want to see from the super side, personally, like what I want to see is I want to see God of Destruction Topo, and I want to see Super Saiyan Blue evolve Vegeta. But I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think they're gonna save that for a different time.
I think this could be New
I could
Year's
see maybe
hype.
one of those. I could see maybe one of those. Like if they dropped a God Topo, that would be hype for anniversary.
To be
Yeah,
honest,
that would be.
To be honest, I think it's rather future. Also, it would be funny because let's say they released like a Merge Zamasu and they released maybe sort of Hope Trunks. They would be like the evolutions of last year's anniversary characters from that banner.
Exactly.
And then
That is
also
true.
Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is kind of, like, okay, we get another anniversary fusion unit. And then this time maybe they focused on the Shadow Dragons. I mean, they have at least Nova, Ice, and Oceanus, which are somewhat popular, so... I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like
they
that
definitely
could
have
work.
some viable options for Shadow Dragon, I think. Oceana Shenron would be really cool because it would help Shadow Dragons and female warriors. I think that'd be a very cool unit for them
Girls.
to drop.
Girls.
Dude, I still say female warriors. I don't know. It's just a habit. I still say
It's
it
all
to
good,
this
dude.
day.
It's all good.
It just sounds better. Like it's just girls. It's just like a weird tag.
Girls and kids.
Yeah, exactly. FBI, open up. Alrighty, so then let's move on to the last segment before we move to the questions, and that is the play of the week. And before we move on to this week's submissions, obviously we want to show you the play of the week of last week. I say week a lot. And with an astounding 80%, another win for Woody with his one-shotting Green 21 and then doing his sidestep cancel into a forfeit. So let's have a look at that one again.
Would I win?
Nothing. So yeah, here you go. He's popping the ult, and I guess 18 is on standby. So I guess the opponent tried to cover with 21 and forgot that Goku nullifies that. If he even has that buff, and that's a one shot with the ultimate, which is crazy. And now watch this. Boop. He was mid sidestep, saw the green card, he canceled the sidestep, and that game is pretty much over now. There you go. So that
just
is
forfeits.
insane.
That is last week's play of the week. And now we have 3 more submissions. The first one is titled Cooler Stands There Menacingly by Alberto Marine or Marine. So let's have a look. For now, it's Turles shooting stuff, but there you go.
Looks like a cool,
And now-
powerful opponent team.
Yeah. And there he is.
He does be standing though.
He does be standing, and this time he actually does be attacking.
He do be attacking though. He do be switching though.
Yep. A few now. He do be dying though.
He do be ulting though.
Exactly. Okay, now I think it do be enough. Because we do be goofing. So yeah, that's submission number 1. We're gonna have another look at that one. So we're gonna play each of them twice so that you can actually, remember them. Here you go. Cooler
That was a
comes
nice
in.
play, forcing the swap outs and then hitting him with the ultimate with Turles. That was a great play.
Yep, I think so too. And I mean, he probably could have tanked that with Namekoku because Namekoku was uncover cut, but I think he was just the opponent panicked because it was type advantage. Because the opponent
Maybe
has
he
a
thought
full.
he had a strike card too.
I'm not so sure, but yeah, the opponent has a full type advantage team, I believe. No, he doesn't have a green, but almost. Boom. So that was submission number 1. Thank you for that. We're gonna have a look at submission number 2, titled POV, you're facing death.
I see this all the time.
And it's from PokeZ. Let's go. So we see Green Goku Black versus Future Gohan. And he gets him. And look at his the dead characters on his team. What does that tell you?
My man's is rocking Deborah.
Dude, he's playing the infinite card team here with all the green cards. Look at this. It's like
We're
Whis
not
and
Master
Deborah
Bobby.
both hold a green card.
Right.
And despite breaking
We're not
combo,
Master Bobby.
look at this. Boots!
Oh, you should have popped another one. Drop combo.
Yeah, just a taunt. But then he could have died. Who knows? So yeah, we'll have another look at that one. And
That's actually pretty crazy, just like infinite green cards.
Yep. I think I probably would have tried to blue card here. I don't know if it wasn't too late for that. When he time stopped and he saw the exclamation point, I think he would have been able to land the blue card. But yeah, you can see every time he draws a new stack of cards, it's one green card. This is just so stupid. Like if you're the opponent, you can just put your phone down.
That's crazy.
You're done. But also here, I think he gave up. He's like, yeah, okay, whatever. I
You
ain't
have one arm though.
I ain't vanishing that one. All right, and now the last one is called Perfect RR Dodge. Look at this. Whoops. I think that happened to me a couple of times that I fell for it. I remember the one that made me the angriest was when the opponent strike carded me and I was just waiting for him to sidestep and he didn't sidestep, but instead he just rising rushed after his strike card and I actually died.
Bro, those are the worst, where people just randomly throw out the Rising Rush and it just happens to catch you.
Yep.
Those are the
that's a
absolute
brown
worst.
Alrighty, let's have a look at that one more time. And for everybody who is watching this podcast, don't forget the form to vote for your play of the week is in the description down below. So make sure to check that out, go vote for it, and let us know which of the submissions you like the best.
I know who I'm voting for.
Spoilers! No, it's all good. There you
The
go.
fact that that got the kill right there is amazing.
I mean, that's Super Saiyan 3 Goku, honestly. That
Yeah,
card
but
is something else.
Rose had a decent amount of health. Like that's actually pretty impressive. I mean, I know he's really busted, but yeah, that was very impressive.
Yep, I agree.
Shouts to Deborah.
But it's also Zenkai 7 Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you know.
Nah, Deborah is the GOAT. Deborah is the GOAT.
Worrying on Master Bobbity.
Yeah, he's getting a Zenkai, and then he still has only the color buff. Watch it. Or
He boss Majin Buu Saga.
yay. Alrighty, so that was play of the week. Again, make sure to check out the description and vote for your favorite. And we are going to move on straight to questions. So the first question is coming from one of our regulars, RMT70 on Twitch, or Ryan Tellector on Twitter, Ruffle My Teddies. And he's asking, what does the third anniversary need to have to be the best anniversary so far? And I would say not much. If it's just the best anniversary, not much content.
I think content is obviously the biggest answer, and then when you break that down a little bit, I want to see a decent amount of CC for the free to play guys. I want to see obviously some good characters to summon for, but that's not everything. Obviously summoning is important to them, but for the community, content. I want to see a raid. I want to see events to gain CC and grind. I want to see, as soon as this 3-week-long PvP season ends and the anniversary is basically starting at the same time, I want to see some custom, special PvP season with some special rewards and it's just somehow it's a special PvP season. It doesn't have to be anything different, rules wise, but just make it, anniversary showdown and you get 2,500 CC if you get top 10K or something like that. I want to see something to just make the community happy, but obviously we all know we're going to get some banners to summon, but yeah, I want to see basically like Palmzor said, just some content, man.
Yeah, I want to see some CC tied to these Gokus, honestly. Like some CC that you can get by doing the Goku events.
For sure.
Because the Gokus are cool, but I want to get some Chrono Crystals along the way,
And that pegs the question, is it going to be like one separate event for each Goku, or is it going to be like one general event and then you just get like a currency that you go use in the shop? You know what I mean? So I'm kind of interested to see how they break this Goku event down. But yeah.
Really hoping it's separate.
Yeah, that'd be nice, especially obviously if it's just better rewards.
What about you, Nas?
What was the question?
What does this anniversary have to be the best anniversary so far?
Oh, I don't know. I've been kind of falling off on the game, so probably not the best
needs a lot
question
of
for
things.
me.
What would
Yeah,
you want to?
a
What
lot.
would
I
you
have a lot of
personally want to
thoughts.
see out of
Alright.
it, though?
What would bring you back?
Yeah. That's a good question.
A complete restructuring of the entire game.
Nah.
Oh,
How?
damn.
I mean, that's basically it. I can't really think
Make a
of too much
Dokkan.
else. Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, so to make this anniversary better than all the rest, a lot of things happen. One, we need more events.
Yeah,
Two.
talk to him.
Two, we need a meta where it's not only one team running the entire show.
Yeah.
For sure.
Talk to him.
Three. All right, the units need to be good. Like with Zenkai's in the game now, it changed the whole dynamic of the game because the past two anniversaries, right, we've had like amazing units in all the anniversaries. But for this one coming up, it's gonna be very difficult to make amazing units when Zenkai exists, right? So they're gonna have to either bump up the power scale in this anniversary, or like the anniversary units won't be, you know, a must summon, right? Because like you could definitely skip the anniversary if the units are trash, right? So they to make the units actually good, especially the LF. The LF has to be either as good or better than Kid Buu, no less. No LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku treatment, no Rose treatment. It has to be Kid Buu or more, nothing less. Right?
Yeah.
And the developers need to actually like start communicating better with the community, like give us a roadmap or something. Like say you're doing something, right? Because these devs they act like they don't know their own game, and they make so many bad decisions, and it's just insane. One last thing too, the step up banner must be good. Please, for the love of God,
Yeah.
make the step up banner be good again. Because this new step up with the whole only one new LF and the all of the future units don't have like the 1% rate anymore. Like it's just not it anymore. Like give us a free step or the whatever. Like just make the step up good again, please. That's all I got. That's all I gotta say, bro. Like they have a lot to do this anniversary, so I'm excited to see what they do. And
I will say,
drop.
if the anniversary rolls around, right, and they drop these banners, right, if there's anybody out there that's even slightly considering like skipping the anniversary banners, then the Legends developers have failed. Like they've failed their job. Like if there's even a consideration of skipping an anniversary, then it's that the game is just in a bad spot at that point.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
But
I'll
then
probably
again-
be skipping most of the
Alright,
anniversary. I only
let's
have
be
like
real.
3,000 crystals saved up, and I'm just not feeling the game too much right now. It's just it takes them too long to add new stuff for the amount of money that they're making, which doesn't hold my attention over the course of like 3 years playing every day. So I don't know.
yeah.
But that's
I feel
their
you.
intent. Like they're designing the game with the intention of people not like try-harding the game and no-lifing it. Like they don't want people to play it that much, which is weird to me because when you like want people to play more, make the game more fun. But I guess that's not what they're shooting for.
Time gated.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're on record too, saying like we don't want the people playing this game for like 24 hours a day. It's not designed to be like that. I'm like, why? Why would you not?
Why
for the
not?
people that have
That's
nothing
our
better to
choice.
do, yeah. Like for the people that have nothing better to do, why not design the game to be playable for that amount of time? Like,
I mean, then
Add
they will
more
just
stuff.
say PvP.
I'm really disappointed. Well, yeah, there's that, but it's just too stale. Like the RNG elements make it not competitive. Like really, like it's. I mean, it's like it has the illusion of being competitive, but it's not like esports type competitive. So it doesn't have that unlimited grindy appeal because as soon as you get screwed by RNG like 4 times in a row, you're like, all right, I'm done for today. Let me go do something else. But if the experience was designed to be something that you could sit there and enjoyably play for as much time as possible, I think the game would be a lot better off. Like, I mean, like, for me, the TOP mode is like almost a total letdown. Like I wanted something like an auto chess or an auto battler mode, but that's not even what this is. It's just a menu clicking simulator. It's quite depressing.
Facts.
Alrighty.
Sorry, Bob.
Let's move on to the next question, and that one's coming from Fear Rose. What type of new customizations would you guys like for Shallot? For example, custom green card, ultimate, or strike animations, or whatever else you can think of.
Custom green card would be amazing. So like right now he has a handful of blue cards that he can use from, obviously other units in the game. If he had that same ability for green cards, and obviously they would have to pick and choose which green cards are applicable because, some of them would probably be way too busted. But as long as they handle it the same way they do with blue cards, I think that would be a really cool option.
Also, one thing, I think it's about time
no, go
that
on.
Charlotte gets an ultimate now. I think it's about time that he gets an ultimate.
Yeah, that's another really good.
That's
That's a very good.
Can you give this man an ultimate, please? Thanks. That's all I'm gonna say. But on customization front, I think the green card would be good. I mean, strike animations would be kind of iffy to do, but I feel like what they really should do is that whole Super Saiyan Blue versus Super Saiyan 4 thing that I've seen going around the community right now. That'd be insane, bro. That'd be really good, right? So if you can choose either the gods or Super Saiyan 4, with Charlotte, that'd be pretty nice.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, I'm not too concerned really.
That would be amazing, and with them updating the story, obviously they could turn the story into something where he has to choose, and whatever one you choose, that's the one you get, and I'm sure there would be some type of option where you could experience the other one, but yeah, no, that'd be really cool.
I would personally like to see Garlic Jr. as an accessory for Shallot, so where he just his minion form is just riding on his back.
What?
Yeah.
Or just
Bro, what?
like an exploding Shiatsu backpack.
Yeah, the ghost from what is it, Gotenks as an accessory?
Yeah.
It's just Garlic Jr.
That would bring Nas back 100%.
Would it bring you back, Nas?
No, I don't use Shallot.
What about Garlic Jr. though? You'd be half using him.
No. I mean, the game's just not fun enough at this point in time.
Yeah, you tell him. Facts.
Well, that's also somewhat of a good point that Nas brought up about Shallot. They need to make him more viable. If he's like the premier free-to-play unit that they advertise on the game, like he's usually on the cover of the game, basically. If he's the one that they're advertising, they need to make him better. Like you cannot really successfully run him at least in top rank PvP. I mean, he's not horrible, but you would really be going out on a limb if you were trying to say that he's top tier, because he's really not.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we're overdue for the next transformation. Kind of like we were saying, Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan 4 or something. I mean, we're overdue for something.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's have a look at the next question from Dr. Striker-san. What unit Zenkai power would you like to see added to the Ultra Spacetime Rush shop next? My pick is yellow Demon King Piccolo and green 16.
Yeah, I agree with
I
DKP.
agree.
I definitely agree with DKP. I think he's been out long enough now, and they've given people enough opportunities to actually pay premium CC for it. He could easily be one of the next units that goes in there. But then that would make me run into regen teams way more, so I don't know how I feel about that.
Maybe red metal cooler, maybe?
I mean, I
Get some
could
Lineage of Evil in there.
I could see that, but he's just not a
He's
good
probably
Zenkai.
He's probably a little bit too new
Yeah.
too, isn't he?
Also, I wonder if people would even want him.
I mean, I would grind it just to have it, but I mean, I think when did
I
he
guess-
come out? He came out like what? He just came out a few months ago, didn't he?
Yeah, like
Yeah, they're not
two and
gonna
a half?
they're not gonna put him in there for a while.
Feels bad, man.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
I just want him Zenkai 1. I missed him.
It's not you're not really missing that much, to be honest. It's like seriously.
I missed the border in my box.
I will say you can run him with green Zenkai Buu if you have Zenkai Buu at Zenkai 7, and that regen team is actually, I mean, it's not really top tier, but it's definitely hard to deal with just with how tanky they are and how much healing they have. Like, obviously Buu heals the entire team with his main ability. Red Metal Cooler does the same thing basically, and then you got his cover change. I mean, That's a pretty tough team to deal with, but
Don't you just love it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too.
no.
No.
I like how you did that in unison.
It's kind of ironic, like how much like I dread running into regen and PvP, but then
That's
that's the
because you're
team that's
Gotti
like,
main.
yeah, that's true because I don't have a red unit. But yeah, but then I dread using, so I dread seeing them in PvP, but then that's like my saving grace in the tournament of power mode. It's kind of ironic.
Don't you think? Alrighty. Next question is from Golisa QS, and he's asking, last year's anniversary introduced the nullify cover change ability, and we had a completely new game mechanic with UI Omen's unique vanish in the Legends Festival. What new ability or mechanic would you want to see from this anniversary?
Maybe like a fake out,
Anti-blast
like
armor.
a fake out dash or something, fake out sidestep.
Yeah, anti-blast armor. That's a
Dude,
really good one.
No, well, when I say anti, I mean like, so if a blast armor unit tries to go through your blast, they get hit anyway. Like I'm not talking about
Like it stops
100%
it.
damage
Like it
more.
stops
yeah,
it.
Yeah, like it
Yeah,
just
yeah.
breaks it. Yeah, I'd love to see that in the game, honestly,
Yeah.
because these blast armor people are too comfortable in mid range, bro. Like they're too comfortable doing that shit. So I love for you to come out with that ability, and yeah, that's all I gotta say.
I mean, blast armor is one of the mechanics in the game. There really is nothing to hard counter it. Like there needs to be. That is a good point. Like I feel like eventually they probably will give like some hype unit that ability where like, you know, it just stops them from even coming forward and you just gain priority right away.
What I would like though is that if to keep them on their toes is not that the unit definitely always nullifies it, but instead it gets a blast card which has nullification of blast armor on it. So as a blast armor user, you don't know whether they have that card on their hand or not. And if they're using a blast, you're kind of risking using your strike and either going through or getting screwed. You know what I mean?
Nah, but that risk isn't enough. I want to have the card at all times so that the risk is there always. So you're gonna have to respect me either way. Even when I do have it or I don't, you're gonna have to respect me either way. Because we have to respect them having blast armor constantly, right? Because the most of the blast armor units in the game are strike units on strike teams, like Vegeta Blue, Kefla, who else has blast armor?
Jiren.
So
Yeah,
CVG, I have
Jiren,
one
and
question.
also-
If you wanted it to be like
Yeah.
that, would that consider blast armor on ultimates, or would that only be blast armor, like melee blast
Yeah,
armor?
of course, blast armor on everything, bro.
Okay.
Everything's getting
Okay.
stopped.
Okay.
Everything's getting stopped, dude.
Yeah,
I
but in
love
that case, I feel
honestly.
like having it on the unit at all times would be too much.
Okay, all right. So do you think that having blast armor, is too much?
No, but I would say if you have a blast card that
'Cause most-
always nullifies blast armor, I feel like if you have a, you know, if you have that in your uniques, I think that would be too much because you would always nullify blast armor. But if you had a blast card that you from time to time draw, that nullifies
Or
this,
maybe
like
it was in
everybody
your
can use?
maybe it was in
Yeah.
your uniques, but it only has like 3 or 4 uses. Like only, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's a unique ability, but it only has like, you know, 3, 4, 5 uses, and then
yeah,
it's done.
but then or even just like 2, but it only activates, you know, like let's say Extreme Gogeta's green card only activates the vanish effect when you don't have vanish. So the same with the blast armor. It should only activate when your opponent is actually going through your blast card. And other than that,
Right.
and then you know you can keep
I
it like
feel you.
2, and then you try and keep one for your opponent's ultimate, for example.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, no, that'd be really cool. That'd be a cool ability to see them bring it into the game.
Yeah, me
Sherwood,
too.
you got any ideas for new abilities?
Without them sounding over the top broken, I'm not sure. I was thinking of like something like a fake out in a way, where it's like you're like sidestepping, right? But you have a gauge kind of like UI Goku's where you can cancel your sidestep. So like you're doing the animation of a sidestep, and then you can strike like halfway through your sidestep. And it's like a little gauge. I know that sounds really broken on paper, but like just like experimentation wise, you know.
So
just,
like
thinking
basically
about it.
built for those situations where the enemy does a time stop event and they catch you in that sidestep. Like you could somehow just like
Yes.
cancel out of that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like they hear you sidestepping, then
Alright.
you have a gauge that can like cancel it. Like you can like dash and then cancel into a dash, you know? Kind of like a Street Fighter input, you know? Kind of like that.
That'd be interesting.
All right. What about this, right? What about this? Since LF Super Saiyan Goku is such a dominant figure in the game right now, right? And his green card plays a part into that. What if some units had like blast cards? Okay, so let's say I'm gonna because I have Super Saiyan Goku, right?
Yeah.
And he has his green card. I use my blast, and even though he uses green card, my blast still hit him. What if we had a unit in the game that could like nullify that type of
Oh, the counter.
green card? Yeah.
Would-
What if you had a unit that had like cards that could do that?
That would be crazy. Would it then also nullify, for example, Vegito Blue's cover change because it's also on blast?
No, I'm not talking about like just on the field green cards and stuff.
Okay.
that can
Like
counter stuff.
red Gogeta
Yeah.
green card and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy.
I
Yeah,
think that
no,
would
no,
be.
Dude,
But
that's how
Pops,
broken
this-
this green
but
Super
Pops,
Saiyan 3 Goku is.
that-
We're over here thinking of ways to just like get him out of here. Like,
Take him down.
Pops,
You know,
it
just
wouldn't be-
take him down.
It wouldn't be a like a whole like unique. Right? It'd be like the cards they hold in your hand, so it's optional. Like when you draw it, so you won't have it all the time,
yeah.
right? It's yeah. So I don't know, but that'd be pretty crazy. Not gonna lie.
What were
I'd
you,
love to see that just
oh, my
to
bad.
see the effect of it.
I would
Yeah.
say that
What were you saying, Nas?
that's a kind of a neat idea, but it might be a little niche. Assuming that you don't see him in like every matchup, you might not use that ability very much. But it'd be good situationally. The two ideas that I thought of that would just be neat. Like one of them would be like taking a clue from Dragon Ball Fighters, how like the Dragon Ball Z Broly has a energy barrier he can put up, like his green card. But instead of it like being just a frame one thing and you can vanish it or it hits or it doesn't hit, the barrier stays active on you until they use a blast card, at which point it'll
Oh.
be consumed. But it doesn't like do the whole counter blowback thing. It just gives you immunity, passive immunity from one blast card as you're playing. But it also gets canceled if you get hit by a red card. So you could use it like a frame one counter, but if like the enemy like does like say they sidestep and you activate it to vanish you, instead you just get that passive shield that follows you around for like, you know, the next 10 seconds until
Dude, that would
they
be
use
cool.
a blast card or hit you
Like
with a
Sonic
melee.
the Hedgehog shit.
That would actually be really cool. Like some
Yeah.
like upgraded green card where you pop the green and you get this like bubble shield that, you know, protects you from a blast card. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, something like that. Or alternatively, my other idea, which is a lot more work, but like ultra quality Fat Boo, and he has a couple different transformations like plugged into him based off of like who you kill. Like Super 17, when you kill someone, you get the the permanent damage buff if he's the one on the field who kills them. We'll say like the Ultra Fat Boo kills a fusion character, then he would transform into like a Boo Tanks model. But if he kills a Saiyan character, he would transform into, Super Boo. Or if he, specifically absorbs
Gohan.
like a Gohan character or
Yeah.
something, like he could have different requirements that have like 2 or 3 different built-in transformations to get him to like Kid Boo, Super Boo, and Boo Tanks, right? Because those models
And
are
if it
already
doesn't
in
meet the
game.
criteria, it could just be Super Boo. If it doesn't meet the criteria,
Yeah, something like that. And then have each form have like a different little, to save them on having it be too complicated, just have like one passive that's different for each form or something like that. And then like the second, unique passive would just be the same across all 3 or something. But I think, since it's an ultra unit, it has those extra, steps, some extra design in it. I think a character that has conditional multiple transformations, just again, using the character models that are already in the game so they don't have to go too far out of their way to program some crazy stuff. Like we have Kid Boo in the game, we have Super Boo, Fat Boo, Boo Tanks. So they can just reuse all those models and give a character those different conditional transformations. I think that would be really neat. So
Yeah, that
an
would be
idea.
cool.
Yeah, those are
good
two,
idea, dude.
2 little ideas I
Yeah,
had.
nice. That idea would be pretty nice to see, honestly. Like I'd love to see that in the game. Because right now, transformation units are just like, okay, you pop me in the ability, transform, poof, easy, right? So I like to have it like some conditions in it like that. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and I mean they could
Alright.
even port that over to other characters in the future, like a Goku and or like Shallot, for example. Shallot has all these different transformations, but you have to like lock in one, right? What if they had a character that you, depending on different circumstances, like say you transform if you're above 50% health, Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan 3. But if you're below 50% health and you're weaker, he can only transform into a Super Saiyan 2. But each one has like different benefits. The Super Saiyan 3 transformation would be way more offense. you turn your character into that for the rest of the battle. Or if you wait with him, you wait and get Super Saiyan 2, it's way more defensive for like that last minute comeback type situation. Since they already have all these different character models in the game, I think it would just be kind of a neat idea to have characters that could go different routes mid-battle, because it would keep things feeling different, right? Like every time you fight LF Super Saiyan 3 Goku, it feels like the same fight, right?
Yep.
But what if there were characters you bring that could do different situational things in battle to keep the fights feeling a little bit less stale? I don't know, I think that could be really neat.
Yeah, because what's cool about that is it's specific battle to battle. It wouldn't be, like you said, like you play the same battle a million times and it just gets old. But if you have something that's a little bit fresh and it changes from battle to battle depending on, the specific units and the specific situation, that would be a cool idea.
They could pay me for that idea and use it. Actually, they could just take it for free. Just take it for free and use it, please. Make the game.
Just get me back into the game.
No, that is 5-9's patented new idea. No, I'm just kidding.
Easy peasy. All right, I'd say we have time for one last question, and that question is coming from Aid, I guess. We talked about it a little bit, but I want to hear it specifically. Which of the 6 new Gokus are you most excited for? Pick one. We're at war.
Super Saiyan 1.
I'd say the purple one for me. The purple Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku.
Fair point for me too. I don't have Bardock.
The Super Saiyan 1 seems like the best kitted character out of all of them, just to me at face value. Plus he buffs up Namek Goku with his Z ability, which is always good. But the art on, I think, Super Saiyan 3 is my favorite.
Oh, and you know what?
So
Super Saiyan 1 looks pretty dope too.
he does. Both of 1 and 3 are my 2 favorite arts, but I don't know, it's between those 2. I gave Super Saiyan 1 the more value as a card, so that's why I just gave 3 the art credit.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think for me it's just because it's just the art. Like Super Saiyan 1 looks so good.
Yeah, I mean, out of all of them, his kit seems the most reasonable. And then you can stack them alongside, even if you're not using them again, the LL Namek Goku or LF Namek Goku, and you're sitting, with not too much sacrificed on the bench or whatever to bring him, right? So.
Is he the one that has death buffs? I know one of them has death. I think
forget.
is it the base one or Super Saiyan 1? Or it might be Super Saiyan 2. I don't know. I thought one of them had death buffs, but I was gonna say that's
forget.
like if you're running him with Namek Goku, obviously like you'd probably want to prioritize Namek Goku's death buffs. But if you're not running him with Namek Goku, then
like Bardock or something. Or I guess Bardock's last man standing too, huh?
Yeah, but yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah,
I thought it was
and
that one that had death buffs.
There is that I didn't even think about too. Out of all the characters, the Super Saiyan 1 is the only one with like the extra added value of having that Bardock swap boosting them up even more. So I think the Super Saiyan 1 is probably going to be the best one out of all of them. Maybe. That's my initial assessment. I mean, maybe the God Key one would be like just the regular Super Saiyan God, the red-haired one. Maybe he could be a runner-up for that, but I think the Super Saiyan 1 will be the best out of all of them.
I definitely partially agree with that because the Super Saiyan team needs a yellow unit badly. I mean, I guess if you were one of the guys that summoned for
What do you mean,
the
bro?
yellow
They have
Broly,
Broly, bro.
Yeah,
we got Broly, man.
You got yellow Broly, but to have a grindable 14-star one, like you obviously can grind this guy to 14 stars, and I mean it'll probably be a viable yellow for Super Saiyans. But once again, that brings us back to the topic of the bad Z abilities. But other than that, I mean he'll probably be pretty viable with Bardock.
He should be as a Super Saiyan. I think every Super Saiyan is viable with Bardock.
Oh yeah, for sure. Almost.
Except for Shoryu Goku.
Sure you can.
We don't talk about
You got Heart Virus Goku.
Oh yeah.
Dude, didn't you
Yeah.
see the final of Tom versus Goresh? He put in work.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for this week's podcast. We will be back a week from now with hopefully a lot of anniversary news to cover. And don't forget, we will be live reacting to the reveals and stuff, video and stuff, whatever it's called, Friday/Saturday, whatever time zone it is you're in. It's 4 a.m. UTC, which is, I think, midnight Eastern, 6 a.m. my time. So Central European. Should be that. We'll be on the 5-9 Twitch channel, so make sure to check that out. And yeah, have a good rest of your week. And this is us signing off. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.
See ya.
Bye,
See you later,
everybody.
guys.
Bye, guys.
Deuces.
See ya.